You see them in the background, standing still, eyes scanning, silent. They don't speak, they don't smile, they just watch. And when something moves wrong, they move first. These aren't just big guys in suits, they're shadows with purpose. The world's biggest and strongest celebrity bodyguards. Today, we step into their world. Let's begin. Fame is a magnet. It pulls people close, too close. Fans, paparazzi, obsessed strangers, and sometimes people with worse intentions. When you're a superstar, the spotlight doesn't just shine on you, it exposes you. Every move tracked, every location leaked. Privacy becomes a luxury you can't afford. So you buy the next best thing, protection, but not just anyone. You need someone who can read a room in seconds. Someone who can step between you and danger without hesitation. Someone who looks like a wall and acts like one too. These bodyguards aren't hired for their charm. They're hired because they're intimidating. Because their presence alone changes the energy in a space. Because when they stand next to you, people think twice. And the bigger the star, the bigger the guard. Floyd Mayweather doesn't walk alone, he walks surrounded by a team so large it looks like a small army. Mayweather stands 5'8", but his bodyguards? They tower 7 feet, 6'7", 6'5". Even the shortest one clears 6'1". All of them built like they were designed in a lab. Muscle, height, presence. This team is called the Money Team. And their job isn't just to protect Mayweather, it's to protect his money too. Because Mayweather doesn't trust banks the way most people do. He travels with cash, duffel bags full of it, 60,000, 100,000, sometimes over 1 million. And his bodyguards carry it. They guard it, move it, keep it close. If something goes wrong, they protect both the man and the bag. That's the deal. But it's more than that. Mayweather's bodyguards are also his assistants. They pick up his dry cleaning, get his food at 3 a.m., wipe the sweat off his forehead when he's training. They're not just muscle, they're everything. And when Mayweather needs them to act, he has a code. Specific phrases that activate them, like flipping a switch. During a press conference with Conor McGregor, Mayweather said something, and his bodyguards moved, stepped forward, got in McGregor's face, escalated the situation on command. That's control, not just over the room, but over the people protecting you. And Mayweather doesn't travel light. He has 2 private jets, one for him, one for his security team, so they're always close, always ready. Among them, there's even a jester, the bodyguard who becomes the butt of every joke until someone else messes up. Then the title transfers. It's a strange dynamic, but it works. Because at the end of the day, loyalty is everything, and Mayweather demands it. Now, let's talk about someone who needs protection for a different reason. Tekashi 6ix9ine. The controversial rapper didn't just make enemies in music. He made them in the streets. Gang affiliations, federal testimony, cooperation with the FBI. He became what many call a snitch. And in that world, snitches don't live long. But 6ix9ine is still here, not because he's lucky, because he's protected, heavily. When he was released from prison, he didn't take chances. He hired the former head of Floyd Mayweather's security team, the best in the business. And the cost? Estimated in the millions, just for the first year. A 10-day trip to Los Angeles cost him nearly $100,000, just for bodyguards. Not travel, not hotels, just protection. He moved in 3 bulletproof SUVs, armed guards in every vehicle, round-the-clock surveillance, constant rotation of personnel. His security team became known as the Great Wall, because once you see them, you know. You're not getting past. 6ix9ine lives in fear, but he also lives free, because he can afford the kind of protection most people in his position never get. In prison, he would have been a target. On the streets, with the right team, he's untouchable. Now let's shift from rap to pop. Justin Bieber. Bieber's been famous since he was 13, and from the beginning, he needed security. Not because of violence, because of obsession. Teenage fans, screaming crowds, people who wanted to touch him, grab him, take a piece of him. It sounds harmless until you're the one being swarmed. At first, Bieber hired a close friend, someone he trusted to keep fans at a distance. But it quickly became clear that friendship wasn't enough. He needed professionals. In 2012, he hired Mikael Arana, a former Miami police officer with years of experience. Arana, known as Mikey, became Bieber's head of security, and he's been by his side ever since. Mikey's job isn't just to keep Bieber safe, it's to make him feel normal, to create space in a world that constantly closes in. There was a moment in 2013 that went viral. Bieber visiting the Great Wall of China, and instead of walking, his bodyguards carried him. It raised eyebrows, sparked criticism, but it also showed how far his team was willing to go. Because that's the job. Not just protection, but comfort. Making sure the client never has to worry, never has to think, just move and trust. Taylor Swift's security is different, quieter, more precise. She's one of the most famous people on the planet, and yet she moves through stadiums, NFL games, public spaces, without incident. How? Her security team is considered the best in the industry. They don't just react, they anticipate. One video went viral showing a security guard following Taylor on stage, matching her choreography step for step. Never looking at her, always watching the crowd. He knew her moves by heart, or he was being fed cues through an earpiece. Either way, it was seamless. Taylor's security detail costs an estimated $3 million a year. And that's just the baseline. When she's on tour, the number climbs. She's surrounded by people who make her feel safe. Not trapped, not suffocated, just protected. At NFL games, she sits feet away from regular ticket holders. No barriers, no walls. But her security is there, invisible until they're not. Travis Kelce, her boyfriend, experienced it firsthand. He placed his hand on a bodyguard's back to open a door for her. And the guard turned, locked eyes, a silent reminder. I'm here, and I'm watching. Taylor's team doesn't just keep her safe, they keep her normal, and in a world where everyone wants a piece of you, that's priceless. Now, let's talk about someone who lived on both sides. Chuck Zito. Zito was the president of the New York chapter of the Hells Angels, a life most people only see in movies. But he didn't stay there. He became a bodyguard, a stuntman, an actor. He protected Liza Minnelli, Sean Penn, Charlie Sheen, Sylvester Stallone. For Stallone, the man who played Rocky, Zito was the real muscle. His background in martial arts made him a natural. His father was a professional boxer. Zito trained in self-defense from a young age, and he carried that discipline into everything he did. After 25 years with the Hells Angels, he left. To pursue acting, it wasn't an easy transition. He clashed with Jean-Claude Van Damme on set, accused the TV network FX of stealing his life story for Sons of Anarchy. But eventually he made peace, and even appeared on the show. Playing a character named Frankie Diamonds, Zito's story is rare. Most bodyguards stay in the shadows, but he stepped into the light and proved that protection and performance aren't so different. Both require presence, discipline, control. Drake's security team is massive, sometimes 15 to 20 bodyguards for one person. He's been involved in public disputes, nightclub altercations,